to self-doubt. It wasn't just business. Julian remembered the night he had found his fiancée, Serena, with Alex. The two had laughed as if mocking him, blind to the fact that he had overheard everything. Serena had been with him for 5 years, and Julian had thought their bond unbreakable. That night, his personal world fractured. He realized revenge had to encompass both personal and professional betrayal. Mara would lose credibility, Alex would lose his allies, and Serena, though she had left the city, would see the consequences of underestimating him. Julian spent weeks orchestrating the perfect scenario. Public exposure, private manipulation, the illusion of accidents. Every move calculated. Every detail, mirrored against his own betrayal, executed to perfection. It began with Alex. Julian orchestrated a conference call, carefully timed. Alex believed he was pitching a major client. Instead, Julian had leaked internal mismanagement to the client beforehand. Alex's presentation fell apart spectacularly. Emails, recordings, and financial discrepancies made it clear he was incompetent, reckless, and betrayed the company. Mara followed next. Julian anonymously tipped regulators about minor breaches in her compliance, small enough to appear accidental, yet consequential. Investors began questioning her integrity. Her career, built on charm and precision, began unraveling. The city watched silently. Skyscrapers reflected his obsession. Neon lights and glass surfaces mirrored his own face, calm, controlled, merciless. Finally, Julian reached the apex. He arranged a private meeting with Mara and Alex at a deserted rooftop in Tribeca, under the guise of a reconciliation pitch. The night was cold, the wind cutting, the skyline glittering like a crown. He didn't need weapons. Words were sharper. "You both underestimated me," Julian said, stepping from the shadows. "Not just my intellect, my patience." Mara's eyes widened. Alex's jaw tightened. He revealed the extent of his surveillance, every meeting, every conversation, every misstep exposed. Mara and Alex realized the scope. Julian had orchestrated the downfall of both their careers while remaining untouchable. He had turned their arrogance into their ruin. "You thought I was destroyed," Julian continued, "but you created the perfect environment for me to become unstoppable." The wind swept over the rooftop. For a moment, silence reigned. They were powerless. Julian left that night, victorious. Mara's reputation was in tatters, Alex's career in ruins. Serena had heard whispers through the media of his meticulous revenge. But the victory was hollow. He had become the very thing he hated, obsessive, ruthless, morally ambiguous. Walking through Times Square, he watched the reflections in the glass of storefronts. Julian no longer recognized the man staring back, cold, calculating, unfeeling. His hands, once instruments of creation and negotiation, were now tools of destruction. The city pulsed around him, indifferent. The neon lights reflected on his skin, sharp angles carving shadows across his face. He had won, but at a cost: his humanity, his peace, and the illusion of morality. A text buzzed on his phone, an anonymous number. "Congratulations. But every empire built on vengeance leaves its owner empty." Julian smiled. The darkness in him didn't frighten him, it was part of the power. Part of the city. The streets never slept. And neither would he. The end.